Today's LOP is going to feel a bit forced, because unfortunately the news cycle once again is very dry. I don't have a lot to talk about, but what I'm going to do instead is give you quick fire news of things that have already been happening and just like little updates on all of them. Basically, there's nothing to talk about and I need to put a video out, otherwise YouTube tanks my reach. Thank you so much, YouTube. That is very kind of you. Right, so let's start. Johny Somali, his situation is actually not as easy as people made it out to be, right? You may have watched Critical's video and he made a video rushed, like he saw the news and wanted to get it out there, but that was actually a mistake of his. Johny Somali is not going to stay in jail for 6 months. He's going to stay in jail for over a year. And that has come after he appealed for his sentence to be revealed, because he thought that maybe by appealing he would get a lighter sentence. However, 6 months was already the lightest sentence he could get. The appeal takes another 6 months to process. While he waits, he doesn't go home, he goes to a detention center where he shares a cell with 6 other guys. So, unlucky. Furthermore, the opposition has also filed for an appeal, which means that with processing times plus that, he could get those 6 months of wait, go back to serving his 6-month sentence, which means there's a whole year of detention center and then hard labor, and then the judge could then decide again that they want to extend the sentencing even more. So he could be in Korea for more than a year, even 2 or 3 years. I feel absolutely I have no sympathy for him. He deserves it all. Next, we have that was the serious news. Now we go to the silly ones, yes? XQC was rickrolled unstuck. That is ridiculous. There's nothing to talk about. That was the most interesting thing I had.
The Berserk Booty Bomb Banqueter, the crazed caca consumer.
The Elden Ring movie has been circulating online, and you can actually see some recordings of the set. It's actually kind of cool, and it's not like a trailer or anything. You're just literally seeing people recording the set being filmed from afar. And they've done something that is just unforgivable, and I think that this is clear proof that Miyazaki is not actually involved in the making of this movie. Marika is wearing shoes. Unfaithful, unwatchable, I don't want to hear about this movie anymore. It's a shame. I thought this would be a great production, but seeing her wearing shoes and not bare feet, Miyazaki is clearly not involved in the production of this movie, unfortunately. Right, what else do we have? Davd's D4vd, he has been finally charged with all charges that should be given to him, like lewd acts with a minor, murder charges, and honestly he should be charged because those were all proven, and the body of Celeste, his girlfriend, was found in the trunk of his Tesla after days, you know. It's not like he didn't know about it, of course he did. If he isn't the murderer, he's at the very least someone who tried to hide this for a very long time. And it's great that he's finally facing justice. In court, they said they have about 40 terabytes of evidence on him, some of it being COD points, cyberpunk even, and honestly I hope he spends the rest of his days behind bars, hopefully with a large bar inside of him against his will. Another news that I have, let's see, that's really about it. It's very dry at the moment, so these are very quick fire news, quick fire things that I can talk about, and this way I don't need a script. These are just very fast things that you've heard of before, but I can cover it as well. I was thinking about covering some news like Critical, for example. When the news cycle is dry like this, what he does is he covers news, but I'm not American. I think you can tell by the accent, yes? I'm not American, and I don't really want to cover American news. I know of big pieces of American politics, and I know some American policies and laws because I watch stuff all the time so much. But it's not worth for me to talk about them. I was thinking, no, I wasn't thinking, but I even considered for a minute talking about Polish news, since it's where I live, and that makes a lot more sense. However, because I don't speak the language clearly, it doesn't really make sense. It's also not as interesting for my English viewers. Another reason is Polish news tend to be very extreme, in my opinion. I get furious reading some of these. The most recent news, for example, being you're not gonna catch me covering Anna Gavin, right? That would be ridiculous. Another is a rescue bunny by the name of Marcys. Very cute bunny, but every time I look at him, because of the things that the previous owner and the way that he was abused, it makes me so incredibly angry. I can't think of anything but fantasize about putting my hands around the neck of whoever it was who did it to him and just squeezing the life out of them, because the police is investigating and they have a suspect, but they have not released the identity of the suspect. So I don't like talking about it because I get quite flustered, let's keep it at that. Just a quick update on Marcys. I was going through the Facebook page to get a few clips for the video, and it breaks me. Honestly, I can't be talking about these kinds of news because it completely breaks me. If it was up to me, the perpetrator, whoever it is, would not go to jail. They would not go to jail, and they wouldn't get a death sentence either. They would get something much worse, and I can't stop thinking about it. I really can't. I pray only that their arms are twisted thrice an hour and their legs broken twice a day for the rest of their lives. That's the bare minimum. Anyways, right, that's exactly why I can't talk about this stuff. That's all I wanted to say. That's it. But if you have time, go on Facebook and show him some love. His new owners are very kind. They show videos of him all the time. He's recovering very well. It's really nice, and even the owners, they understand that people are so incredibly angry at the person who did it to him that they asked people to stop going on the comments and ranting about how they just want to take the life away from the ex-owner of the little bunny. And I totally get it, honestly, but yeah, you could show him some love over there. Other than that, that is about it. That's all we have today. I am posting this video. Now you have a few updates. They are worth listening. They're very quick. And I don't have to worry about my reach being eaten by the overlords at YouTube HQ. Follow me on Twitter.